So today we're going to start with every county completely independent, and we're going to go until one remains. Now, thinking about it, I'm not sure who's going to win. I've left everything normal, so development and that is still the same as a normal game. We are starting in 867 as it's just the superior start date, as we can all agree. But yeah, it's interesting because I was thinking about it. If I go to Empire, so when there is one winner, we'll see if we can trace the family back and see where they started from. So drop a guess in the comments, which empire do you think the winner will start from? I don't know why, I got a feeling Scandinavia. I just feel like the Vikings in 867 are going to have a massive head start, and all the normal characters still exist. So we still have White Shit and that doing his wars in England. I just feel like these can get a big head start early on with their raiding and maybe carry that on into late game. But we'll see. So already off to a pretty big start is Dorset. Of course, yeah, Alfred's there. Probably explains it. I mean, he is an absolutely insane character. Maybe one of, if not the best starting character. Like stats-wise, he's not really bad at anything other than intrigue. He's a great character, so I'd be interested to see how far House Wessex go. Honestly, man, you and me both. My game is not handling this very well. There's so many counties, but, you know, the quicker they form into little duchies, the better, definitely. Constantinople, though, is earning 5.3 gold a month, which is really insane. Haven't expanded yet, though, and of course the Pope is just making tons of money. Italy? That's the biggest one on the map right now. Oh, and he's got a fairly powerful ally as well. Oh, he's in a good place to, you know, set up from this. Upland as well, looking fairly decent. Oh, so Snake in the Eye and Ironside, yeah, allies. So they're going to be very powerful together. We've got Fair here looking also fairly powerful. This is what I was saying about the Vikings. They can just build up so many men at arms. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. So apparently Hastings has been killed already. He disappeared without a trace on Count Charles the Bold of France. So he must have got captured already. Yeah, and he got rid of him. Okay. Oh, the Carlins, yeah, they got a lot of allies. Interesting, but yeah, he's expanded a bit, but I'm not sure what they're going to do, though, now he's dead. I'm not sure how much they're going to expand. I mean, if you think about it, we could technically form Chile. I mean, it's possible, you know? Indian Chile, yes. Novgorod went completely under the radar for me. I didn't even notice. Fairly big, full duchy on the go. They're in a great spot to expand like crazy. Because, yeah, this guy's pretty good as well. Interesting, there's some fairly big people up around here. So I'd like to see how that's going to play out. This guy seems to be on the way to form Denmark, hopefully. Yeah, and he's still attacking for more. Oh, and Kano down in Africa's got fairly big, although the guy is absolutely insane and possessed. But he's got 26 prowess. Not bad. Wessex has just exploded. I don't know what has happened. Alfred's still kicking about. It's 57. He has some land in France. I have no idea why he's done this. But yeah, it looks like he's going to be forming England. He seems to have destroyed Jorvik and actually, yeah, kicked them out. Still this guy, Ivar the Boneless. So there's still some Norse about, but they seem to have mostly lost their land. Upland's looking fairly strong, so's this guy, Fair here. Yeah, it's interesting to see now. A lot of them are duchies. Europe, though, is still very split up down to, like, Greece. Very county level stuff still going on. Although most of the rest of the world is looking much better. It seems we have our first few kingdoms starting to form as well now. Ireland has emerged. Fairly powerful. Denmark. Yeah, these are still going pretty strong. And now, yeah, they're kingdom size. So yeah, there's a decent few kingdoms. So it'd be interesting to see if these are going to keep their lead or like is someone else just going to explode. Thrace. Ooh, they're quite powerful. They have some great land as well. So they're in a very good spot to do some stuff now. Also, it does seem as well Jorvik has reappeared. So yes, the Norse are back. Interestingly enough, yeah, Nubia seems to be forming and growing fairly fast, as well as these guys over here. So hopefully, maybe soon we'll see United Africa. But I know Nubia yes, is it the Nile Archers? They're pretty decent archers. So, you know, if they use them, they are currently at war as well. Keep expanding, hopefully. Still so funny to see how the rest of the world is starting to form like these big kingdoms. And then it's just Europe. What is going on? Why is this? Frisia has formed as well. Got a 14-year-old Dutchman running it. Wessex still doing insane. Kent has got fairly big. Still got the Vikings, and they have this. Denmark has that. Look, I have no idea what is going on with some of these borders. Seems we may be on our way to get our first empire title with Scandinavia anyway. This guy's growing loads. Still only duchy tier, but I mean, he's still attacking. He's still moving forward. I imagine he's going to get a kingdom title soon. Yeah, it looks like he may get Norway pretty soon. And then who knows? I mean, the only other big guy really, Finland, not really. Denmark, kinda, but they got nothing on him. Also, Serbia as well are fairly big, but they are currently losing 3 wars. This guy is still strong. He's been like one of the most consistent guys throughout this whole run so far, but it's starting to get quite tough in this region now. So finally, Europe is taking some sort of shape. Finally, some big players going round. Most things are still fairly similar. You've got Norway now, though. So yeah, that guy did form a kingdom, but then again, Sweden has also formed, so everyone's getting more powerful now. There's a lot of kingdoms. This is basically the Byzantine Empire. Like, look at this. Like, it may as well be. Wow, Norway has 400 troops. Yeah, they're going soon. So yeah, it looks like out of the map, this guy is the most powerful. Of course, he has some great provinces. Abbasid Empire as well starting to form. I'm just really hoping someone forms like Africa. I think that's just a cool thing to form. I'd love to see someone take it all, but may not happen for a little while. Brittany, though, reforming the Celtic Empire. Go on. Need to get Wales. Hopefully next. Powys, yeah, they are not doing so good. Denmark, fairly powerful. They took Frisia, though, sadly. Didn't last very long. I don't know what made them do this, but for whatever reason, they've just gone, yeah, we're just going to go in Africa and take some of that. No idea why they've done that. Brittany as well, starting to expand. All of Ireland is almost united. They have got a bit of Scotland for whatever reason. And Sweden, as usual, is now dominating Scandinavia. Comania, yeah, is also fairly large, but I think quite a lot of it, yeah, is mountains. But you know what? They're still fairly sizable. Oh, of course it's Norse. That's a uniting Ireland. Who else could it be? So officially the first empire is of course the Byzantine Empire. They are seemingly fighting an uprising right now, but yeah, they're massive compared to everybody else. They're doing a great job. These guys are pretty big. There's some guys up here who are pretty big. I'd like to see the effect that Genghis Khan has when he does spawn. He hasn't spawned just yet. Europe and that is still a massive mess. Africa is starting to form decently. Got Egypt now as well. They're looking pretty powerful. Abbasids are also looking pretty powerful. This is a mess. Alba's getting pretty powerful though. Byzantines have just like locked up and they don't seem to be doing any more expanding. They've just froze. Look, Poland is just doing, I don't know how to explain that. They're just taking everything. Because yeah, with the more game rules, I upped AI aggressiveness just slightly. I feel like a lot of places have got to like such a point of power where there's not much more expanding going on, to be honest. But you know, we'll leave it a bit longer, see how things play out. Okay, so finally things are starting to shape up. We've got the Deccan Empire, which is dominating India. And as we've seen at the start, India has some incredibly high development off the start. Byzantines have been kind of passive. They haven't done too much lately, although they seem to have expanded a little bit more in Africa. And Francia has been formed. So that's another empire. So I think there's 3 empires so far currently on the map. I don't know why, but Poland also went and got most of England. I have no explanation. No idea what's going on there. But yeah, we seem to be up to 3 empires total so far. I got a feeling Deccan Empire is going to go for it. You know, I feel like they've got a lot more room to expand, a lot of weaker people around them, and they could dominate this part of the map. Whereas, you know, in Europe, there's Poland, Francia, both insanely powerful. Now you've got Sweden, Denmark, some really big people over there. You, the guy she tells you not to worry about. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll never tell a joke ever again. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry. We'll carry on. We'll move on. Okay, so it seems Poland did lose this grip in the UK. So now England has formed. They have a little bit in Scotland, but, you know, nowhere near as much as they did have. Byzantines have done, you know, a little bit more expanding. And we've got the Deccan Empire still going very strong.
Oh, Lord, he coming!
Yeah, it seems Genghis Khan did eventually come, go on a rampage, and then just die. So we are left with that absolute monstrosity at the top of the map. But it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to change up this part of the map. Are they just going to shatter themselves into a million different counties? We'll have to wait and see. But at this point, I still think the Deccan Empire are on the way to win. They seem to be slowly but steadily expanding. Because I know France at one point did break up, but it did get reunited, so they're having some trouble. I mean, the Deccan Empire hasn't split up yet, so we'll see how that carries on. I'm sorry, I'm assuming that's from inheritance, but that is the worst Bohemia ever. Like, you should not be called Bohemia. Yeah, you might have this, but no, that you can't be doing that. Also, Britannia, yeah, they got Iceland as well now. Poland are doing great. You know what? I'm kind of rooting for Poland. I just feel like I did not expect Poland to do this well. I mean, at one point, they almost had all of Britannia, and the current ruler of Britannia is Polish, so they've done really well. Byzantines are also chilling, but Yeah, Genghis Khan's empire, I think is here to stay, to be honest, and it's probably going to win. Deccan Empire as well, though, still going incredibly strong. It's interesting at this stage when you've got a lot of empires emerging, bringing up their power. I mean, there's only going to be one left, so we'll have to wait and see. Ooh, they are starting to fracture. Okay, so after leaving the game for a good few hours and just walking away, I come back to this. So yeah, Parivi, it seems. I tracked them back, and yeah, it does seem to be from India. So I don't know what happened to the Deccan Empire, but these guys come from like the same area-ish and seem to have taken everything. I mean, as you can see, there's still some bits not taken. A fair amount, to be fair. But look, I don't think they're ever going to get everything. This is probably as close as we're gonna get to an AI world domination. And if you're like, oh, I'd like to try this and see which AI wins, genuinely just don't. It takes so long, and half the time the AI empires just collapse and it's just pain. But yeah, if you do want to see more like this, maybe let me know in the comments, and maybe even give me some ideas of AI challenges you would like to see. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and a massive thank you to Arcane, Intermio1, and Victor Voss Anderson.